Hi, welcome back. Continuing with our page, let's take a quick look at what we've got to understand in the code so that we can kind of see how we're going to modify it. So all web pages have opening tags and ending tags. So if you look, this is basically the web page. So we have a head section and a body section within the HTML web page. So the opening tag, closing tag. So the head section basically is nothing that is shown on the web page but can identify the web page, either with some meta information here, or even if I highlight here the title. So this title tag does not indicate the title on the web page, but indicates the title that shows up when you open up a browser and you have the name of the tab that's open in the browser. So this is just default called light theme. We can rename this to be our my website, if I can spell right. So nothing changes in the actual view on the web page because it only shows up on the tab in the browser. So there's not much there, just to point that out, that the title in the head is not on the page. What we're concerned about is in the body section of the web page, which is basically everything that you see. And so within the body, you'll see here these gray, these are called comments. So these comments are there for organizational purposes, for the coder, and don't show up on the website at all. In fact, I can even add more comments just to explain to yourself what that section is, or anything that you want to make a note of. You can add a comment. I can put my cursor here, and then on this left panel there are some tools here. This one here, if you hover over it, tells you what it is. It says apply comment. So I'll just click on that, and I want to apply an HTML comment. There are different types of comments, of course, one for CSS format and one for HTML format and a couple others. So we'll do apply an HTML comment. So the angle bracket with the exclamation and dash shows up, and we just type in between there and say, this is the start of my new website page. I hope it works. That's just for you. So as you see, nothing happens on the web page, nothing changes. It's a text that doesn't show up. It's just for organizational purposes. If you wanted to get rid of it, this other one here says remove comment. So it's just for organization. Other things that we can see here, on the right hand side, we have different panels or tabs. Files are files to, this is my root folder, and this is what I've already got saved on my root folder, so I can see what's in there and whatever. If I want to add some images file on my root folder, I can pull them up from here. I haven't done anything yet. If I'm on Creative Cloud, I have some library stuff that I can access to. I can insert certain elements of code that might be useful, whether it's, I can insert an image or I can insert a heading. We're going to be doing lists for our navigation menu items, and there's also hyperlink. Hyperlink is when we're going to link two different pages together as through the navigation links. So that's something that might be useful on this side. Also down below, there's some other useful areas. In this tab called snippets, you can find different pieces of code that you can use, like say, for example, create a navigation bar. So if we want to create a navigation bar, it gives us the code that we can just kind of plop in and create a navigation bar. It's kind of like helpful, and then we can modify it. So let's go to our first page here, and I want to change the title. That's called grid. So if I click on this, my cursor then goes directly to the area in the code where it is. So it comes here. And also we also know it's like in the header part, so we can kind of look for it. So this is called my, let's do capital coffee. My coffee house. I don't know, I just made that up. So there's that. Another useful thing, we have done our wireframes and we've done all the sections and we've used the colors and had images in it. So we want to take advantage of the wireframes we've used to put it into our website rather than recreating the wheel, so to speak. So if we go up into Dreamweaver in Window, pull down menu, and in Window we have this extract here. So go on to Window, Extract, and this will pop up actually. This will pop up actually, your blank page, which you have to upload your PSD file, which is your wireframe. So you just click on that and then pull up your wireframe wherever it might be. I've already had it uploaded, so I've got my wireframe here. So I pull that up. So all I need to do is say I want to take this header and I want to make the same header. I would click on this. I can copy my CSS, which I'll do later. Right now, it's this image that I want to get access to. So I can extract this image and click on this download link. And then I'm going to put it into my root folder, which is my test website 1, and put it in my images. And then it'll download into there and save it. So that's a way that we can use the images without having to look for it. As I said, we're going to copy our CSS, but I'm not working on the CSS aspect at the moment, but I've copied it to my clipboard. Same thing with other items, like here you can download the CSS for every section that you've got. In addition, if you wanted to access it a different way, so either you click on the item or click on the section of the page to get the CSS or the text that's related to it. See, if I click on this one with the text on it, I could actually copy the text. In this case, it doesn't matter so much because all our text is lorem ipsum, so we're not really copying anything specific. I do want to bring you up to this buttons up here, which are called styles and layers. So the styles for each particular section, it's much better to go to that section, but the layers might become important for you because as you're working in your PSD file in your wireframe, you had different layers for different sections. So for example, and that's why it was important to have them labeled so you know what they are. So the navigation bar, where did my navigation? So my navigation bar here, I can download that, or I can even download the images from my layers panel that's in this view of the extract from my wireframe. If I download my navigation bar, and I think that's just an image, so it's not going to be worthwhile for me because it's a PNG. So I'm not going to take that because I'm not looking for an image. So really, that's not useful for me. Okay, so if I'm just going to minimize this. Okay, so this is my coffee house blog. And then this other section, I want to modify. So I want to use this circle part for my image. So I can click on that. And because I had downloaded my image, I want to upload it in here. So I can go to these three little menu item lines, whatever they're called, and the image source, SRC source, I need to find my image source. So I'm going to browse for it, go to my root folder that's on my desktop, click on images. Oh, I didn't copy it. I downloaded it, didn't I? Okay, let's go back to my extract asset, and I'm supposed to put it in here. Open, save. Now let me just check my file under images. So it is there, logo image. Okay. I don't know what happened. Maybe it didn't save. Okay, so back to the three lines, source my file, goes to my images root folder. There's my logo, and open. I can move this code up and down to get more space. ALT is an alternative name for the image. In case the image doesn't load on a website, the alternative will be a text descriptor of the image. I can just write logo, or you can not put anything. It's up to you. Okay, so there's my image. Now I've got a couple of other things I've got to work on here.